All right, today is Wednesday, April 21st, and I'm down here in the basement, and I'm going to be working on the bathroom, which is located right in behind me over there. And let me just show you what I have done so far. All right, so what I have done is patched up some areas in the walls there, look like right in behind the toilet there, and also right in this area, right beside the doorway. Needed a little bit of attention. I think I'm still gonna have to do some work in that area as well. I tried to get into this hard to reach area. Again, I'm gonna need to patch that up a little bit better, but I tried to get in there to get what I could in there. I'll do some sanding and probably patch it up a couple more times to get it right. And the other area would be in the shower. So similar to what I completed upstairs, right up in this area along where the shower meets the wall. That needed to be scraped, and I applied some caulking in there. It wasn't like upstairs where it needed some drywall compound added into it. There wasn't a big crack or anything in there. I'm just patching it up a little bit to make it look better, and then later paint it and add some of the waterproof silicone, similar to what we did upstairs. I have also applied some caulking to the corners of the doorway as well. So I've got that taped off and ready for paint, but I'm not going to be applying any paint just yet. So until I can get some more of the rest of the bathroom ready for paint. So I've also applied it down there along the baseboard. Just having a quick look at the living room area and what the condition is. I'm finding quite a bit of nicks marks on the walls. So if we take a closer look at this, you could see quite a bit of areas that need to be touched up. Especially in this area right here. And there's also a number of nail holes in the walls. Quite a few actually. There's quite a bit in this area right here. And along this back wall here, there's a number of nail holes in here. I'm not quite sure why there were so many in a row here. So quite a few nail holes to fill in, little dings and dents here and there. You know, that's likely because of moving furniture. And then of course this gets beat up quite a bit, right? I mean, furniture comes in and out of this area, so we could see quite a few dents and marks on this pillar that needs to be fixed up, eh? So it's all over the place in here. All right, so I did some patching, a lot of patching actually, and having, you know, construction light like this, for example, really helps you out. It highlights all of the problem areas. So as you can see there, quite a bit of patching there. Nothing major, just a lot of small nicks, dents, little holes, all the way up to the very top of the wall. I'm not quite sure what an individual would need to hang so high up there, but nonetheless, there was some holes needing to be filled. Another area was, like I mentioned before, this kind of, I guess I called it a pillar earlier, but it's just the end of the wall. it gets bashed, quite a bit. Moving furniture up and down the stairs. So that needed quite a bit of filling in, right? So, yeah. And then, of course, you could see the rest of the basement area there. Quite a bit needing to be filled in. I'm going to go over it again. I'll probably end up finding a few more, a few areas that I missed, a few little holes that I missed. But it's a good start. So next I'm probably going to have a look at the baseboards and see if I need to put any caulking down there. I see here in the corner that I need to fill in that crack there. So I'm going to look for areas like that need attention and get those filled in before I apply any paint. All right, we are making some progress. Let me show you. I have been working up in that area right there, taking a look at that window and cleaning it up. So it was done quite poorly. I apologize for the lighting. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this. There we go. So all around the edges, it was, I don't know, it was just done very, very poorly. The paint was all over the place. It needed a lot of cleanup. So with the help of my air compressor, I have cleaned out the window track. I've removed the screen, did a little bit of cleanup on the windows. They still need a little bit more. And of course I cleaned up all of the junk that was all around the edge of the window. And so after I was done, I applied some of this white paintable silicone, and it's looking so much better. So once, let me see if I can get that, there we go. Once the silicone dries, I'll be able to get this all painted up, and it's gonna look so much better. So it really needed some attention. I'm glad that I spent the last, oh geez, must be about an hour, hour and a half preparing this and getting it ready, looking so much better. I have also gone around all of the doorways and applied some sealant or caulking around that as well, getting it ready for the final stage. However, I'm kind of nowhere near that. I still have to sand down the walls, all the patching that I did. I still have to actually patch this room over here. So that's likely what I'm going to be working on next. And then I think I'm just going to start rotating between this room and then over to this room and back to the bedroom until all the rooms are ready for paint. Okay, so after giving the walls a quick wipe, I just want to show you the condition that they're in. So a couple problem areas, have a look at that. So it's only when you get close. These are nail heads that were popping out. I just basically scrape them off, fill them back in properly. Check this area. So it looks good from far away, but when you get up close, here's another nail head that was popping out. Right, so having a light like this really brings out all of the issues. So again, you got a hole in the wall there, some kind of a bad job right there. And again, they're all over the place, right? So it's going to require quite a bit of patching. You know, there's something sticky on the wall here, but I managed to scrape it off. It came off pretty easy. Let's have a look over here. Not too bad. This wall isn't too bad. It's not going to take much to fix. But this is the wall that gets banged up with all of the furniture coming in and out. So you could see it's pretty bruised. All the way down here, right? So not so much up above the 4-foot level, but below for sure. Just because that's, you know, all the furniture just kind of gets carried down here. Up in this area, it's not too bad. So that's what I'm working with. One more thing, the baseboards. Let's have a look at those. I don't know what this is, but some kind of goo. I don't know what that is. It's gonna need a bit of cleanup. And if we have a look at the condition, I mean, they're scuffed. They're bad, right? And the paint, I mean, the cut line between the baseboard and the wall, terrible, right? I mean, it was done very poorly, right? The crack in the corner there. Now, I'm not going to be able to repair, you know, really chunks that were taken out of the baseboard, but I'll definitely make it look better, right? So these have definitely seen better days, but we'll try to get them fixed up. They're really no different than any of the other ones upstairs, right? And a lot of the times they're in behind furniture, behind a bed. You don't really see the damage or you know, the scuff marks and whatnot, but we're gonna definitely try to make them better. All right, so I have applied a bunch of drywall compound, spread it out in the areas that needed it the most here. So you could see quite a few scratches and dents needed to be filled in here, but not too bad really. I mean, it could have been a lot worse. I think this is actually quite manageable. So also did some up in this area as well. I'm gonna have to double check it, make sure that I didn't miss any areas. I've been going over it with my light here and being quite particular about it, but everything is looking pretty good so far. So the next step is going to be to sand down all of my areas that I've patched up here, and I'm gonna do the same for the washroom and the bedroom here. And then I'm just going to go over it, make sure that there's no spots that I have missed, like I said earlier. And then of course the next step would be to start with some paint. And I think I may actually start with the baseboards, and then I could get those all taped off. But then again, I'm not sure. Maybe I'll do it the other way around. Just haven't decided yet. I'm going to do things in the most efficient manner because I do only have a few days left and I really need to get this done.